do a little bit of activism again today. Hopefully I don't get another, message. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was to make sure you inform whoever you're talking to that you're recording them if you're going to do this. Some states have pretty strict laws on two-party consent and stuff, so I'm just going to inform them that I'm recording for a blog at the same time. And I really don't have, everything set to talk. I want to talk to Rob Quist, but I'm talking to someone else. It's a local state legislator. And so I'm just going to talk to her about embracing cannabis. It's a local Democrat, so I could also talk to them about the Democratic Party maybe embracing cannabis and seeing some changes happen. So we'll see what they have to say.
Legislative information is the song.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know at first I am recording this conversation just because I'm filming a blog, and so I know that you have to let that be announced. But I wanted to know who to speak to at maybe this number, or you could put me at a different number. I wanted to talk about the Democratic Party and local representatives embracing cannabis and stopping this crazy prohibition.
So I guess I don't understand. What is it? You want to talk to somebody about the Democrats? Yeah?
Or in general, just the local legislators embracing cannabis. Not just as a medicine, but recreationally. It's a great tax revenue generator, and I'm tired of dealing with this prohibition that makes absolutely no sense.
Was there a particular bill you're interested in? Or?
This is in general. So there's some state bills that I would definitely like to talk to somebody about signing on as a co-sponsor, but I don't know that this would be the correct place to speak to anyone about that.
Well, let's see. So do you want to talk to, I was thinking of sending you to the House, either the majority or the minority office.
Oh.
And you can talk to them there. Let's see. So are you interested in speaking with the Republicans or the Democrats?
We'll go with the Democrats first.
Okay, I'm going to send you up to the House minority office.
Okay, and then the reason I called this number kind of just out of nowhere is this is my district number that was listed on the internet to call this number, so that's why I called you guys.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, hang on a minute. I'm going to transfer you to 4044.
All right, thank you. Shocking. They don't want to talk to anyone. Hi, and I wanted to call to talk about the Democratic Party embracing cannabis. It's just definitely time to stop. And I'm not talking about medical cannabis. I'm talking about cannabis. I'm talking about the safer alternative to alcohol that science and medicine is all backing up, and I cannot get these representatives to represent. There's Gallup polls and Pew Research polls that show it at a 60% popularity amongst the United States, which you think would be a shoo-in for it to be legalized. So I would definitely like to talk to somebody also about getting behind, sponsoring one of these bills that's respecting states' rights about cannabis laws and stuff. So if you'd please reach me back. I've been contacting Rob Quist nonstop, and I can't get a response on his stance on cannabis. And I'll never vote for a cannabis prohibitionist ever. So please, can I have somebody contact me back so we can discuss this? Thank you. All right, so again, another message in, and I know these legislators are afraid to talk to people for a million reasons because all they're doing is the donors' work, and they're not representing people. So I encourage everybody, it's time to get politically active. I haven't done this before, so I'm starting this year, and I'm going to stay on them about it. I mean, that's how you end cannabis prohibition. Everything that's ever came in America, whether it's the end of slavery or women's voting or anything like that, is all came from political activism. It's never came from the government deciding that something was good and for them to just go ahead and represent us. It's came from people being so outraged about something that they rose up and held their feet to the fire and finally got something to change. So I'm just saying that it is time to get this to change. This absolutely makes no sense. This one was kind of jambled. I didn't really know what I wanted to call about, just to talk to somebody, because I tried to call Rob Quist earlier, thought I was recording, and tried to do it again and got another voicemail. So it's starting to prove to be pointless to even leave messages with these people when they're not going to call you back. And so I'm just going to constantly call, and I will leave a message if that's all that I get and I can't get anyone in person. But so at least I did something this week. I hope you guys do the same, and maybe we can get this cannabis prohibition ended